Greetings from sunny California. Let's talk about cameras and drink some wine, shall we? Cheers. Okay, so you're using a cell phone for your photography right now, and you're into it, you know, you like doing it, but you want to step up. You want to start learning more about real photography and real cameras and get better images and better quality. And for a lot of you out there, a phone is all you need. You like using the phone, it's in your pocket, you always have it. You're not really looking for superior image quality or control. Awesome, good for you. In fact, there's even a lot of apps out there that make your phone act and work more like a real camera. But if you really want to step up your game and you want to get better looking images and you want to get better, when you do a talk from a winery, where I am right now, by the way, you get a lot of drunk people, which is kind of awesome. But if you want to step up your game and you want to move on to something better, something more photographic in nature than a cell phone, then I have 3 recommendations for you on cameras I recommend you step up to and why. Why these are great next steps from a cell phone, as opposed to jumping with both feet into the interchangeable DSLR, mirrorless camera, higher end game, which can run you thousands of dollars, not just in cameras, but in lenses and accessories. It adds up fast. So let's check these cameras out and I'll tell you why I like them. All right. Okay, so first on deck is this camera here, the Ricoh GR. And they're going for the Ricoh GR3 now. This is the first Ricoh GR, 16 megapixel, about 20mm lens. I love it. There's actually a whole cult of people who really love these GR cameras and they swear by them. And the first why this is a great step up from a cell phone is that it's a single lens camera. It's not interchangeable. It's a 28mm lens, which is nice and wide for you. You don't need any kind of lens caps. The camera lens retracts back to the body. It's got a nice screen in the back. It's very easy to use. It takes extraordinarily good looking photographic images. And if you're looking to start becoming a real photographer, especially if you want to be a street photographer, you want to get out there and photograph people in the wild and capture them, this is the camera for you because A, it's incredibly discreet. It's just a little black box, doesn't call attention to itself, doesn't show, hey, look at me. It's just a great little camera. You can be walking in a crowd, no one's gonna care. You can get in, out, get your photographs you want. No one's gonna look at you twice, and the image quality is fantastic. The good news is you can get this on eBay, for example, for about low-end 180. It can go up to 500 and whatnot, because I said people are fanatical about this camera. They love this camera. They think this camera is amazing, and there are lots of almost cult-like behavior with it. It is just a fantastic camera. It does incredible macro. The macro function of this camera is really great. There are some seriously drunk people here. If you do your talks at a winery, you get drunk people, but that's okay, yeah. I want to get out today. It's beautiful out. It's been so cloudy for the past couple months, thank goodness. Next camera on deck is the Fuji X100S. Now, the S is 3 models behind the current generation of Fuji X100 cameras. This one's also 60 megapixel like the Ricoh GR. And I recommend this because it's your first stepping stone into the world of switch lens photography and mirrorless cameras or DSLRs. It's got a focal ring right here on the lens, which is really nice. It's got a shutter dial on top so you can set your shutter speed real easily. And I recommend this as the next step because this, in essence, acts and works just like a DSLR or mirrorless SLR camera. However, it's got a single lens, about a 35mm equivalency. It's a little, not quite as wide as the Ricoh, which is effectively like 28. This is a 35, so you're a little closer in. But it takes, again, gorgeous photos. Ricoh takes gorgeous photos, this takes gorgeous photos. It's a single lens. It's kind of like using a cell phone, but way better because you can control everything. You can dial in. Do you want to get the details in the shade? Do you want to get the highlights pulled down? You just switch your f-stop and get it. I also found that this Fuji X100S lens has some really amazing bokeh qualities and blooming that I just really love. In fact, I'm a Canon shooter primarily, but Fuji is definitely starting to lure me over, and I'm debating what to do for my next big camera rig. I think I might go Fuji, but we'll see. It also has this viewfinder here, which is offset, but it's a rangefinder camera. So when you look through here, the glass, you can actually see all the data on the screen there as I look at you. F-stop, shutter speed, all that great stuff. Or if I flick this lever, I get a digital EVF which pops up, which is really great, and you can actually see what you're getting in the shot. Or you can, if it's really sunny like today, you can look through here and see your pictures play back. A lot of modern cameras have digital EVF. That's not really a new thing, but it's a great feature. Also, the great thing about this and the Ricoh, like I said, is that you can go on eBay, you can find this guy in the 200s, you can find the Ricoh in the, like I said, 180s to on the low end. Both these guys I've also seen the high-end 500-ish. But you don't always have to get the latest camera, people. You can go out and get cameras that are a couple generations old, and they're fantastic. Just do your homework. So Ricoh GR, fantastic camera, 3 generations old, still amazing. You don't have to go out and buy the latest multi-$1,000 camera. You can go find the older ones that are people are on sale, that are fantastic to use. Both of these are big owns, big buys. I use them for different situations. Like I said, the Ricoh I use when I want to be more covert. I want to kind of slip around, get the shot. The Fuji I shoot when I'm feeling more old school. I want to get out there and really get intimate and get into my photography and just really dial everything in. It's a very comfortable camera to use, and it gets an incredible picture quality, and it's just fun to use. And lastly, it is such a nice day. It is so beautiful here. I can't believe it, you know. Oh man, I love living here. You can't see around you actually. These hills with these windmills, it's incredible looking. It's so beautiful. Okay, so the third camera I recommend is the YI-M1. It's a micro four thirds mirrorless camera. It has interchangeable lensing, which is great. And it has found a way into my camera bag, into my heart. I really enjoy using it. It's a great, very compact camera that gives you as much punch as a lot of the bigger, heavier, bulkier cameras I've seen around. Quick caveat out there, I haven't mentioned this yet, but I think I'll mention it now. You'll see a lot of videos out here on YouTube, and a lot of guys will grab a camera because it's new and they'll run through the things, and then they'll just hate it. They'll just crap all over it. And listen, people, don't buy cameras on day one, okay? Wait till the firmware comes out. It usually takes a month or so for the firmware to come out. Get the updated firmware on it, then watch reviews. It changes the cameras drastically. You know, I think when this camera launched, I did not get it at launch, and after updating all the firmware, it's responsive, it's fast, it takes great photos. I have no complaints with the YM1. Don't be such a rush, and don't listen to jerks out there on YouTube and on the web, okay? Make your own decisions, but wait until things get their firmware updates, and then judge it. And also check out Flickr, check out Instagram, check the hashtags, see if a camera's for you. But for now, if you want to get out of cell phone photography, if you're trying to, I think I've had maybe a couple too many glasses today, starting to. I drink and I know things. Okay, hey, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I hope it was helpful. Hope you take the plunge, you get off your cell phone to get yourselves a real camera. Because remember, the most important thing is making your friends jealous. That really matters. Put it on Instagram, make them go, why are your photographs so good? My photographs aren't that good. It's because you're not using a phone. That's why your photographs are so good. I probably shouldn't have had 4 of these at this point, but what's done is done. All right. All right, remember, Ricoh GR, Fuji X100S, YI-M1, check them out. Get some great photos, check out Flickr, check out Instagram, hashtag them. And until next time, I'm gonna enjoy this incredibly beautiful, sunny California day. Until next time, bye.